If you're thinking about having a pool put in the backyard of your home there in Savannah, Georgia, no doubt you have the exact same first question as every other pool shopper. How much is an in-ground pool going to cost? That is exactly what we're going to talk about in today's video. Live. Not live, but from a job site, we're putting an in-ground pool in. I'm Christian with River Pools. Let's get to it. All right, so for today's video, talking about pricing for in-ground pools, what we want to take into consideration is that we're going to discuss numbers that are for turnkey projects. So let's define turnkey just to start off. We're talking the entire scope of the project, everything necessary for the pool to go in the ground, be fully operational and in compliance with local building laws. So to start off, we've got to talk about the base package. Then we will get to talk about the cost for overall projects we see typically, and then major factors that can move the needle on the final cost of that project. I'm talking the more popular options and accessories that people choose make up the turnkey project. Right now, we're standing next to some of the more critical elements. An in-ground pool has to have plumbing. So this pricing will include all of the plumbing necessary to run all the filtration for your pool project. It will also include everything needed on the equipment pad. So in this case, a filter, a pump, vacuuming hose, some sort of a chlorination system, and in this case, the customer is getting an upgrade with a salt system, and then all of the plumbing components necessary. All of the valves, nets, winterization components, everything that this customer needs to get this pool fully assembled, up and running. Okay, so again, turnkey projects, that's what we're talking about, the cost of today. These are some of the basic elements necessary to get this pool up and running. Now, let's talk about the actual prices. Okay, so again, turnkey projects we're talking about today. We just talked about the necessary components to get the pool up and running. Now let's talk about pricing. We're gonna come right out. You can expect for a concrete pool to spend anywhere from $50,000 to $150,000. Now, $100,000 range, Christian, that is a big range. How do I figure out where my project is going to land with that? If you were to take that gap, shoot the middle, that is an excellent starting point for a turnkey concrete pool project. Now, depending on the scope of the project, will determine whether you go up or down in that range. But $50,000 to $150,000 is what you can expect for a turnkey concrete pool project. A vinyl liner project is going to cost anywhere from $50,000 to $90,000 typically. Could it go beyond that? It could. Vinyl liner pools can be customized, but typically they're going to land in the $50,000 to $90,000 range. Again, the biggest thing that's going to move the needle are all of the finishes on that particular project, as well as the size of the pool you actually choose. Lastly, fiberglass pools will come in typically between $70,000 and $135,000. What are we seeing in actuality? Because we are a fiberglass pool only company, we don't do concrete, we don't do vinyl liners. So most often we see fiberglass pool projects turnkey come in between $85,000 and about $115,000. The overall range coast to coast in the country, $70,000 to $135,000. But again, just like concrete, just like vinyl liner, fiberglass too, the cost of the final project, the final scope of the project will be determined by the finishes, the options and accessories you choose on the project. So take a look at some of the more common options and accessories, as well as the finishes that really determine the final cost. All right, so now let's talk about some of the options and accessories, some of the components that really move the needle on the final cost of the project. Costs beyond the pool itself, the necessary components in filtration and plumbing, those are all things that are necessary. What we typically find is that homeowners will spend an additional $15,000 to $40,000 or $50,000 just on the options, accessories, and decking that goes around the pool. Everybody needs some sort of patio material, some amount of decking. The question is, how much do you want and what type of material are you going to choose? Just going to use some rough numbers here just to give you an understanding. If you were to choose concrete to go around your pool, you might pay anywhere from $15 to $20 a square foot to have that concrete put down. Double that again for a concrete paver product, and then double it again for, say, a natural stone product. So it really depends on the type of material you put down for your patio and decking around your pool and how much. All the way around your pool, how far out. You could also put a combination of things in place. So you might have a combination of poured concrete decking and concrete paver products or natural stone products. Okay, so that's a little bit about decking. Let's talk about some of the other popular options and accessories that typically are chosen by homeowners and included in that turnkey project. Talk about LED lights. Most often homeowners are going to want at least one, sometimes more, but if you were to plan a ballpark budget of about 900 bucks. The prices I'm going to give you right now could go up, could go down, but if you think initially around 900 bucks, it's going to put you in the ballpark. So $900 per LED light. A pool of this size is probably going to get maybe 3 lights, maybe 4. Let's also talk about automatic covers. You should think about a cost of $18,000 to $20,000. An automatic cover is really only conducive for like a rectangular pool, and the tracks will be hidden, although they can be installed on the top of the deck and function for a free-form pool. Think again about that ballpark price of about $18,000 to have an automatic cover put on your pool. The last big option accessory that people talk about most often and request information on would be a heater, or heater and a chiller. You can expect those to cost anywhere from $5,000 to maybe $7,000 depending on the style that you get. Do you want just a gas heater? Do you want an electric heat pump? Do you want a heat pump / chiller? So you have some options there and some things you should discuss with your builder to make sure you're choosing the right setup for your pool. All right, my Savannah friends, today's video is coming to an end, but let's quickly recap. A concrete pool could cost anywhere from $50,000 to $150,000, while a vinyl liner pool could cost anywhere from $50,000 to $90,000. As for fiberglass, like the one you see behind me, you can expect that to cost anywhere from $70,000 to $135,000. Now, just remember, we're talking about turnkey prices today, and the final cost for the project you have in mind will be affected by the overall design of the project as well as the options and accessories you choose. I'm Christian with River Pools. I hope you found this video helpful, and we will see you in a future one. Catch the wave.